Hello guys, Dhananjay here, and in this video I'm going to review the Redmi 3S Prime after using it for almost 1 month. I used it for around 27 to 28 days. I just stole it 2 days back, and now I have the Redmi 3S over here with me. So I'm going to unbox the Redmi 3S, and at the same time I'm going to give you the full review of the Redmi 3S Prime. So before further delay, let's get into the video. And the first thing that I have to talk about is the Made in India branding over here. And the Redmi 3S Prime that I had was also made in India, and this Redmi 3S is also made in India, which is a nice thing in my opinion. Let's unbox the phone over here. Then we have the phone itself. Let's turn on the phone. Some normal documents which I'm not going to talk about. Then we have the USB cable, and this USB cable is extremely durable. All the Xiaomi USB cables have lasted me for more than a year without any issues and with heavy usage. After this we have the charger over here, which has output of 5 volts and 2 amperes. So no quick charge 3.0, even though Snapdragon 430 supports it. Quick charge 3.0 is not enabled on the Redmi 3S Prime. So when it comes to charging time, it takes around 2 hours and 30 minutes to charge the device completely from 0% or 0 to 10% to 100%, which is not that bad in my opinion, considering that it has 4000 mAh battery. And let's talk about the battery life over here too, as we are talking about charging. So battery life on this device was fantastic. 4000 mAh battery, behaved as if it was a 4000 mAh battery, and with my heavy usage I was able to get 4.5 hours plus usage, and with moderate usage like playing Pokemon Go, watching movies, listening to songs, I was able to get 6 hours to 7 hours of screen on time regularly. And as I have used the Redmi 3S Prime for around 1 month, I can surely say that battery life is one of the departments where you do not have to worry about the device at all. So the battery life gets 10 out of 10 from me. After this, let's talk about the device itself. Let's take a physical overview of this device, and let me talk about the build quality too. So the phone feels metallic in hand because this much part is completely metallic, but the rest of the phone is plastic. So when you hold it in hand, it feels great. And as compared to the Redmi Note 3, which has 5.5-inch display, Redmi 3S is very easy to fit in hand because it has 5-inch display, and the bezels are not too big as compared to Redmi 1S or Redmi 2. When it comes to volume button and power button, those buttons feel tactile, no problem over here, but in my opinion you have to press just tiny bit harder as compared to Redmi Note 3 or any other devices on the Redmi 3S Prime. But once you use the device for 2 to 3 days, you will get used to it. Not a huge problem, but something to note about. On the top we have infrared sensor, which can be used to control any infrared control device such as ACs, TVs or anything that you have in your house. And with the Peel application, PEEL, it works completely fine. On the left side we have the SIM card tray, which is unfortunately not completely dual SIM. It is a hybrid SIM card slot. So if you want to use 2 SIM cards, then you cannot use a memory card slot, but if you want to use memory card, then you can use only 1 SIM card at the same time. So hybrid SIM card slot can be a very big disappointment for many people, and I have seen people asking me to give phone suggestions, but they do not want a hybrid SIM card slot. But Redmi 3S and Redmi 3S Prime have a hybrid SIM card slot. Not only this, but with the Redmi 3S Prime you can get 32 GB of internal storage, 32 GB, which is more than enough for a normal regular user. But if you are a heavy user, then yeah, you will have to sacrifice on 1 SIM card slot if you want to use a memory card slot. Yeah. At the bottom side you can find the speaker grill, which sounds pretty good, but the loudness is okay, not great. I have heard many better speakers in my opinion, but when it comes to ringtones and everything like that, it works super fine, no issues over there. And the loudness of this speaker was improved after few software updates in my opinion. So if you are using the Redmi 3S or Redmi 3S Prime, make sure you update your device to the latest version of MIUI. Now let's talk about fingerprint sensor, which Redmi 3S Prime has, but Redmi 3S does not have it. And fingerprint sensor on Redmi 3S Prime works super fine, no issues whatsoever. It is as good as Redmi Note 3's fingerprint sensor. And once again I have to say this, that after software updates, the fingerprint sensor on Redmi 3S Prime has improved marginally, and it detected my fingerprint almost 95% of the time. So huge thumbs up to the fingerprint sensor which is present on the Redmi 3S Prime. And if you are planning to get the Redmi 3S, then I would highly recommend you to get those 2000 rupees from somewhere and buy the Redmi 3S Prime, because you will get the fingerprint sensor with that Redmi 3S Prime, which is a big deal, because you can just keep your finger over here and unlock the device. You can lock different applications with your fingerprint sensor only. That's a good thing, right? After this, now let's talk about the call quality on this device. So first of all, let me tell you that this phone supports VoLTE. Jio SIM card works super fine. Just use SIM card slot 1 for Jio SIM card, and for your secondary SIM card use the second SIM slot. And the call quality was great too, no problem whatsoever. I tried calls with 2G network on Tata Docomo and with 4G network on Jio. Both the calls worked super fine for me, and the earpiece over here was loud enough, so no issues with the earpiece too. Now let's talk about the 13 megapixel camera which is present at the rear side and the 5 megapixel front facing camera. So camera is one of the departments where Redmi 3S Prime does not shine. Pictures clicked with the Redmi 3S or Redmi 3S Prime are decent enough, not bad, but those are not great, and I'm pretty much sure that at 9,000 rupees we cannot really expect great camera performance in low light. But when there is ample amount of light, the device performs good, but I won't say that it impressed me even after considering the 9,000 rupees price, because the Redmi Note 3 at 10,000 rupees clicks a little bit better pictures in my opinion. Not only Redmi Note 3, but I have seen few other devices which click better pictures at this price range too. So camera gets around 7 out of 10 from my side. And when it comes to selfies are also decent enough. Once again, you need to be in decent light conditions. So overall in camera department, I won't say that Redmi 3S Prime's camera is bad or pathetic, something like that. It gets a thumbs up, but make sure that your expectations are little low. Don't take your expectations very high with the camera which is present on the Redmi 3S or Redmi 3S Prime. After this, now let's talk about gaming and overall performance of this device. So with Snapdragon 430 processor, which is an octa-core processor, and 3GB of RAM, performance on Redmi 3S Prime was good enough, not bad at all, but I did notice some stutters over here and there. After all, it's a Snapdragon 400 series processor which is not going to be as good as Snapdragon 650 processor which is present in the Redmi Note 3. But in overall day-to-day usage, you will not find the device to be lagging or something like that. It's just that extremely minor stutter here and there. If you are a normal user who uses Facebook, WhatsApp and all those normal applications such as Instagram, Twitter, then this phone is blazingly fast for you guys. But if you are someone who uses 6 applications at the same time and switches between all these applications at the same time, then you may feel that it is stuttering a little bit. That's extremely minor. It's not like the device is lagging or something like that. I want to mention that yes, this device will not lag even after using it for 2 years. I have friends who are using Redmi 1S from 2 years and the device is still not lagging because the device keeps on getting software updates continuously on monthly or 2 monthly basis. So when it comes to overall day-to-day life performance, I would rate it 8.5 out of 10. And when it comes to gaming, the device performs very good over there. No lags with any of the games that I tried. And not only that, but this device has a newer GPU, because of which the gaming performance has improved as compared to other Snapdragon 400 series processors. After this, now let's talk about the heating issue on this device. So is there any heating issues? So no, there is no heating issue as such. If you use the device for around 45 minutes, you may notice that the device is warm, but with normal regular usage, I did not find the device to be heating a lot or something which is completely noticeable. And this device has fine 720p display, and I shifted from Lenovo White K5 Note which has a 1080p display to Redmi 3S Prime, and I did notice a little bit of pixelation over here and there. But after using the device for 5 days, I got used to it and I do not feel like the device is pixelated anymore. So 1280 by 720p resolution on the Redmi 3S or Redmi 3S Prime is good, and as it is having 720p display, the battery life, gaming performance remains to be good on the device too. Viewing angles with this device are also pretty good, no problem over there. Color reproduction is also very good, but the first Redmi 3S Prime that I had received had some scratches over here and I had to replace it, and that device had yellowish tint. The device that I received after replacement did not have that yellowish tint on the screen. It was like pretty good display. Redmi 3S and Redmi 3S Prime is equipped with MIUI 7 which is based on Marshmallow, and MIUI 8 should be coming for these devices pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And MIUI has lots of customization options. There is no end to it. You can customize almost every aspect of the device by choosing different lock style, lock screen icons, home screen, ringtone, status bar. Everything can be changed according to you. So that's a plus point with the MIUI 7. And not only this, the MIUI 7 which is present on the Redmi 3S Prime does not lag because it has 3GB of RAM. I do not know if the performance is going to remain the same on the Redmi 3S which has 2GB of RAM. So yeah, this is pretty much it for the Redmi 3S Prime review, and you guys must be having few doubts. So should I buy Redmi 3S or Redmi 3S Prime? If you have 7,000 rupees, then I would highly recommend you to get those extra 2,000 rupees as I suggested earlier and get the Redmi 3S Prime, because you get extra fingerprint sensor and 1 extra gig of RAM. Not only this, but you can get 32GB of internal storage too with the Redmi 3S Prime. The next question that I received, should I buy Redmi 3S Prime with 3GB of RAM or should I buy the Redmi Note 3 with 2GB of RAM? And the answer of this question is completely dependent on you, because if you need a 5-inch device which will fit perfectly in your hand and you will not have any issue while using the device, then go with the Redmi 3S Prime. But if you think that you need a device which will have 5.5 inch of display because you are going to watch a lot of movies or you are going to consume a lot of media, then Redmi Note 3 should be your choice. When it comes to performance, Redmi Note 3 performs very good. With the 2GB RAM variant, the multitasking may not be that great. But when it comes to app opening and gaming performance, Redmi Note 3 is going to be better than the Redmi 3S Prime. So remember that. And one last question, should you buy the Redmi 3S Prime? I would say if you have 8,000 to 9,000 rupees budget and you are completely strict on budget, then just go ahead and buy the Redmi 3S Prime. You will not regret buying this device. I'll give the direct link to buy the Redmi 3S Prime right now in the description box below. But if you have a flexible budget of 10 to 12,000 rupees, then I would suggest you to go with Redmi Note 3 3GB RAM variant, which will be linked in the description box below too. So yeah, this is it for this video guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button if you like this video. And if you have any suggestions, queries regarding the Redmi 3S Prime or Redmi 3S, let me know about that in the comment section below. I would surely try to answer your queries. Not only this, but if you have not subscribed to the channel already, then do hit that subscribe button because many more awesome videos like these come on daily basis. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching.